Where are the Epstein files? Those weren't released.
Right, what you just said is a total lie. I'll
Yep.
let you get away with some of the other exaggerations, but what you just said about Caroline Leavitt is a total lie. The question was, is Trump looking at restoring or renovating any other aspects of the White House? And her response was, no, the ballroom is his priority. Not his priority in the country.
This, Michael.
CrossroadsIRL.com.
They are choosing not to fund these programs. They are choosing to prioritize. And when the White House press secretary said the top priority is the ballroom, we could not disagree more.
So, Walls is claiming that the White House press secretary says that the Trump administration's top priority is the ballroom. This is lie number one. Here's Jasmine Crockett repeating the same lie.
Do you believe this will be the week that Congress comes to an agreement here?
I have no idea. I mean, you started off talking about the fact that the president is in Japan. The president has time to do everything but what he needs to focus on. In fact, we heard the press secretary say that his main priority is the ballroom that no one asked for, the ballroom that requires him to destroy historic pieces of the White House. And so it doesn't seem like he's interested.
And that context of the comment from Caroline Leavitt, she was asked if the president was working on any other renovations when it came to the White House, and she was saying his focus was the ballroom. But to your point about what the president said.
All right, so this is the same lie. And today you're going to watch the news and you're going to hear this lie filter through the airwaves. And if the anchors don't fact check the people telling the lies will go out to the audience. And Caitlin Collins, I think she's tired of being called fake news in the White House press pool. So she fact checks Jasmine Crockett when she says this. So here's a debate that happened on Piers Morgan Uncensored. And another Democrat attempted to, you have to pick where you tell these lies. If you tell a lie on MSNBC, it's very unlikely that you get fact checked. If you come on Piers Morgan Uncensored, where you have conservatives who know what's going on, and you try to tell a lie and aim over it and try to get away from what you just did, you're not going to succeed at telling that lie. You're going to be called out. And here's the lie being told. It gets debunked immediately. And then watch for the reaction of the guy who told the lie. He begins to squirm and try to wriggle his way out of that position, but it's too late. He already opened his mouth, he told the lie, and you're going to hear the actual fact of the matter.
Access to Medicaid. We've got 24 million Americans who are going to see their ACA premiums double, triple, or quadruple. We've got inflation rising. We've got no manufacturing renaissance that was promised. We've got jobs completely flat. We've got wages flat. And all the while, Trump is only focused on surrounding himself with gold and opulence and wealth. And so it puts on full display what his priorities are in office.
I mean, he has got the hostages released in Gaza. So when you say it's his priority, why can a president of the United States not have multiple things that he's doing at the same time? The ballroom, I'm sure, is not to him a massive priority compared to trying to find peace around the world. But surely he can do two things at once. Can't he?
Caroline Leavitt came out just days ago and said that the ballroom is his priority. And again, the fact is that Donald Trump did not run solely on releasing the hostages. He had plenty of promises that he didn't come.
Why are these people addicted to lying? Why are they addicted to, Let's look at this picture. If the Democrats were the opposing party and all they did was pick out on actual issues that happen, which are grave issues for the American people, that's a good thing. That's what the checks and balances are there for. Those are checks and balances. Those are the real checks and balances. But if all they do is try to nitpick at things that aren't even real issues, and then they try to blow them up into being issues by telling lies, that's where I have a problem with the Democrats. It's not that they have an opposition to someone whose policies I support. If they pick up on things that are not being done properly, I don't have a problem with that. I don't. But when you nitpick on things and then you create lies, it's a problem. Let me know in the chat if I'm simply being delusional, but I don't think that an opposition has to run on lies.
Where are the Epstein files? Those weren't released.
Right, what you just said is a total lie. I'll let you get away with some of the other exaggerations, but what you just said about Caroline Leavitt is a total lie. The question was, is Trump looking at restoring or renovating any other aspects of the White House? And her response was, no, the ballroom is his priority. Not his priority.
Let me ask you this, Michael.
His priority is reopening the government that the Democrats shut down.
Do you know why the government? Do you know why the government is shut down? Do you know why the Democrats?
Because Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer shut it down because Obamacare doesn't work and they want to give health care to illegals. That's why.
First of all, that's a complete lie. There is not a dime of federal funding that goes toward undocumented immigrants. First of all. Second of all,
we're going to see a video that debunks that. I mean, like, when we say Democrats lie, it's always great to kind of bring the receipts. We're going to look at Our SNAP benefits have been flooding into illegal immigrants' hands. And it's only been unveiled since the Democrats decided to shut down the government over it.
Democrats relent on this issue. That means healthcare premiums for those 24 million Americans who rely on ACA coverage are going to double, triple, or quadruple. So are you in favor?
I agree that Obamacare has not worked out very well, and I wish the Democrats had done a better job when they passed.
So answer the question that I asked.
Trump offered a clean, continuing resolution, and they shut it down. And they shut it down, by the way, this gets back to your earlier point, because the Democrats are on the wrong side of virtually every issue in the country, other than healthcare, which they're barely holding on to, and environmental.
But healthcare is nowhere shut down
over right now. They have to shut the government down to change the momentum.
Healthcare is why the government shut down right now.
So you can see how Michael Knowles gave credit to the Democrats about the fact that the one issue that seems to make sense is healthcare. I don't see Democrats, people who vote left or leftists, giving credit to Republicans when the Republicans do something that makes sense, especially when most of their policies make sense. Because that, like I said earlier, that would confirm that their party isn't winning over the people or winning on policies. Why wouldn't the Democrats focus on coming up with real policies that help and not just fighting policies that work because they are the token opposition party? They are the opposition and they have to oppose. Let's not oppose just for the sake of opposing. I don't like that picture. It's not who I am, and maybe that's why I will never get into politics. But let's not be oppositional because we have to be. Let's talk about the issues. Let's bring up our concerns when things are not being done right. And then if there's a loophole in the opposing party's execution of their policies, then you can take advantage of that. Don't create lies. That's where I have a problem. They create lies.
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing this video. Please subscribe, leave a super thank, and join my membership to keep me doing this. A huge thank you to my supporters listed on the screen. Thank you for your donations and membership.
Thanks for watching.